We're in today with the AMD FirePro W4300. This is a 2013 video card with 768 shaders. It's got 4GB of VRAM, GDDR5, Samsung, running at 1000 MHz on the core clock, 1500 MHz on the memory clock, 128 bits bus width, DirectX 12, and today I'm running Nimes drivers, hence why it's showing R7 360 in this situation. We're gonna pair this video card with this i7-6950X with 10 cores and 20 threads, and we're gonna jump in a couple of games and see how this GPU is holding. Let's go. All right, let's start with Fortnite and see how it's running with 1080p and normal details. I got performance mode here on this occasion. I want to jump in a couple of games that I know they were not working with Crossfire. Last time I played it, I had 2 of them in Crossfire and it was so magical, seriously. But in order to work with Crossfire, you have to put specific games that are designed for it. And in this situation, I want to use this video card with normal games that are not Crossfire related. In this case, Fortnite on 1080p is doing a fantastic job. I didn't touch the render scale and it's holding pretty well. The video card itself doesn't have any problems. I got 1.6 gig of VRAM allocated and 900 processed. In this case, with 100% load on the core, I got 65 degrees in this case. The video card itself standalone doesn't consume a lot of power. I got 200 watts consumption from the whole thing. I'll have to look into the setup and see if I can use render scale in order to get more FPS. In some situation, when I was looking with the view on the map, managed to see that it dropped below playable FPS, and that's not okay because I want constant FPS in this case. 68 FPS on average is not bad from a video card like this. On the CPU side, I got only 20% load, 25% load on the CPU. Doesn't stress the CPU in this case, but I got 11.5 gig of system RAM utilized. It's okay on the computer side, so the CPU doesn't have any problems. Definitely in the right direction. No, where's my sound? Bro, where's my sound? Why you came here? It dropped to 36 FPS. I want to put it to 75% render scale. I want to see if I can maintain 60 FPS. So 60 FPS is mandatory in this case. KVM is... Look at that. Give me back my sound. I have no sound. Yes! Without sound I managed to kill him. Hello? Where's my sound? After a big win in Fortnite, we need to jump in World of Tanks and see how it's holding here with 1080p and medium details. I want this video card to rule this game. I want to see this video card be put in a small computer, a very valueless computer, and I can transform it in a gaming PC. In this situation, you can see that I have a small standing chance on actually playing some games with it. The CPU is not being utilized in this case, so that gives me a small chance that I can associate this video card with some very dodgy computers that have no value. But in this case, with my GPU here, you can see that is doing great on 1080p with medium details. 70 FPS. Let's do a reset here and see how we got. 1.9 gig of VRAM, 1.4 processed is good, 100% load. So temperature is good. I got 65 degrees on this occasion with 75% fan power. Video card itself is good. Why I'm looking at the temperature, because if I take the small form factor in a smaller computer, I need to know if it's enclosed and is doing the job. So in this situation, I really like this video card, how it's performing here. There's so many computers that you can find. It should have been on recycling, or it should have been thrown, should have been there. A very random computer can be restored with a video card like this. From 1080p with medium details, I can adjust it to low quality. If I go on low quality, I have a lot of standing chance there. I wanted to see if I can put it on medium details, because if I put it on medium details, then I can utilize the VRAM. I got 190 watts consumption from this. It's not bad from this. When it comes to a game like this, I think the best thing you can do is to put it on low resolution. That's it. I think that if you drop this resolution from 1080p, when let's say 720p, 1024, something that is more achievable you know, I think this game can actually play with hundreds of FPS. This is one of those games that works really nice with older hardware, but in order to do that, you need to distress the core in such a way that the video card can perform. The more wattage I can get from this computer, the better it is. So in this case, I got 197, 90, 200 watts consumption. Apparently, this is an average for this video card. Well, the video card itself cannot consume too much wattage because it's got only from PCI Express. Insane to see this video card, this small video card with 4 GB of VRAM without any power consumption from the power supply, giving me this amount of performance. I mean, if you see that he managed to start the game, he managed to stabilize, the frame time is flat. He's doing a fantastic job. It's utilizing 3.7 GB of VRAM in this case. I mean, it's allocating this amount of VRAM. It's processing 1.9, but all in all, I can say this is a fantastic performance from Counter-Strike, you know, by utilizing the hardware properly. And I like this. This is the reason why I came to this game, because I know I can count on this game so you can utilize the VRAM. And I wanted to see, is it justifiable, this video card, to have 4 GB of VRAM? How about having this video card with 2 GB of VRAM? Is it much better, you know, having an external power supply, faster core, faster VRAM? I don't know. It's just, what's the difference between a bigger video card, you know, with less VRAM, more powerful, more power consumption, versus this FirePro with 4 GB of VRAM? This is a very great idea, this video card. This is the only reason I put Nimes drivers for this video card. This is the only reason it shows R7 series video card, because I wanted to start Starfield in this case. I want to start the game. I want to see if it's working. This is 1080p low details with frame generation, and I got like 20 FPS. What I'm going to do, I'm gonna go so low in the resolution to see if I can get playable FPS with this. This is a very weird video card to put Starfield, you know, but managed to start the game, and I want to see if I can get playable FPS. It's gonna look so horrible. One playable FPS. I got 75% fan power here. I got 65 degrees, so the video card is holding its ground on the temperature. 3.3 GB of VRAM utilized and 2.9 process. So in this situation, the video card it's fully utilized. On the system side, I got like 25% load, but yeah, not a lot of stress on the CPU, only on the system RAM. 18.8 GB of system RAM utilized. Not a lot of difference in this case. I got 720p here with lowest quality. Let me check and see if it's got frame generation. I'm very curious. Frame generation is on FSR low quality 720p. I'll change the desktop resolution to 720p so you can take it from there. 3 GB of VRAM allocated in this case. It's very interesting. The video card is delivering this performance, 28 FPS. I mean, it became playable, but the quality is horrendous. I don't want to recommend something like this. If I take frame generation, it's gonna be what, 15 FPS? Not ideal, but apparently it's stable. This is the most important thing, because in this game with an old video card like this, every time I forced the drivers, I had well, like 5, 10, 20 seconds in the game and it crashed out. This is a very good experience, not because of the FPS, because of the crashes, because it doesn't crash. Look at this, it's still holding, it's giving me 30 FPS. It doesn't matter, it's 30 FPS. It managed to start the game. So this FirePro with Nimes option, apparently it's a very viable option in this case, because it's starting the game. I'm not recommending a video card like this, you know, to have it in the machine and then you can gonna start playing Starfield with this. This is not very recommendable, but I just wanted to show you that the game is stable with this video card, with this driver, and this is an awesome thing to see. I don't know what's going to happen if I start Dota with this video card, but definitely in the right direction. I got 60 FPS. I think it's limited here on this occasion. I think I have to go on full screen in order to get the right FPS. I got 60 FPS, but I want to see if it's dropping below 60 FPS. Is it important to limit the FPS in this case for the video card? Sometimes it's good good because it stops the whole unnecessary load for the video card. I got now 164 watts consumption. This is a very good idea to have a video card like this for a low TDP challenge. So now I unlocked the FPS. I got 160 FPS. This is good. So 1.3 gig of VRAM allocated and 500 processed. So with low details, this is an awesome performance. Wish I had a fight here to see how much is going to load, but definitely in the right direction with the amount of FPS I got. Now I got 189 watts consumption from the whole computer. It's being utilized. I think the best thing I can do here is put it, maybe let's try to put it to medium details. Let's give it some quality. Let's restart here. Now with medium details, I got, let's do a reset. I got 1.1 gig of VRAM allocated and 600 process. I think he managed to flush the whole data. In a fight, it drops below. Does it drop below 60 FPS? Let's do one more time a reset here. 77, 66 FPS on minimal and 56 or 52, 51 on 1%. Oh, see, after the fight, I got 117 FPS. So there is a possibility to adjust the game, maybe with some custom settings. Just curious for the laugh. I want to see how it looks and it runs with maximum details. Look at this, 35 FPS. Not okay. With maximum details, I got very interesting performance. 19 FPS drop, in this case 17 on minimal. Not okay. This is the most daring thing I can do for this video card, is to jump in PUBG with this video card. Whoa, look at that. I got 60 FPS with lock. I got now 70 FPS. This is the most daring thing I can do for this. Holy smoke, an electric car in PUBG. You cannot hear it. Okay, this is going to be the first one for me. How does it work with electric cars in PUBG? You have to recharge it somewhere. You can get a can and you can refill the car, or you can go to a petrol station. But what do you do with electric cars? Do you get a battery and recharge the car? Very interesting. I got maximum load on this video card's core. I got 66 degrees. That is good for this. It shows me that the video card itself is capable of delivering some nice FPS, but it's a reminder that this is kind of horrible quality in this case. I got 1080p minimal details and 70% render scale. That's not okay. That is a very doggone. I think this is something that I will, not like to have. If it had 1080p without any modification in the render scale, I would have said it's actually good. Maybe you can put 720p and not modify the render scale. I think that's the only way you can do it. I got 2.2 gig of VRAM processed. Temperature is still sitting very well in this case. I got with maximum load on the core and it still does thermal wise okay. This is the only thing that matters in this case. The video card itself is not bad. I think adjusting the resolution will actually save the day. The video card itself is not capable of pushing too many FPS because of the size of it. You know, the core itself is not very magnificent. Driving, it's very demanding on the video card. You can see that it stays around 60 FPS, 51 on minimal. Not good, not bad, but it's working okay-ish theoretically. 900p maybe with not 70% render scale, maybe 90% render scale is gonna be good. I'm just curious, how does this video card run in Cyberpunk? I got the lowest details with 1080p with frame generation. I got 30 FPS. Does it feel like 30 FPS? I'm just questioning. Very, very interesting performance this video card is offering here. So maybe you can put it on 720p or 1024 with frame generation. I'm actually curious. Okay, so this is the settings I have. I got low details and I activated only here frame generation. That's the only thing I've done. So we're gonna be in 720p with frame generation and low quality. Okay, this is bananas. Oh man, but you can actually feel the artifacts in. I made Cyberpunk run on this W4300, so this is the most important thing. It's very stable, it doesn't crash. Today's purpose was to actually see if this computer with this video card can actually start the game and allow me to play a couple of games, you know. Play, I mean start the game with low FPS. I'm still shocked that this small video card, it's giving me 50 FPS in Cyberpunk with 720p. I got frame generation now, but yeah, it looks horrible, but I got like 40-50 FPS. I just wanted to remind you how this game was performing when it was launched. Even with good video cards, this game was bananas, but now with this old relic of FirePro, you can actually see 40-50 FPS. It's achievable with everything on low details. I actually thought I would have playable FPS. Let me show you what I have. I put everything enhanced full dynamic light, DirectX 11, maximum details with 1080p, almost playable FPS. Let me do a reset here. 40 FPS on average. I got 1.1 gig of VRAM allocated. Quality wise, it's good. The game looks fantastic. Actually see the light. I have to go in the menu, I think, and use some force anti-aliasing in order to make this game look even better. Look at this. I think forcing it's going to be much better, but then you're gonna have 20 FPS or 30 FPS. Maybe with lower resolution will be okay, but definitely in the right direction with the video card. All right, so maximum details 1080p in this S.T.A.L.K.E.R. it's not possible. You need to understand this is not a gaming video card, and it's a very small video card, and it doesn't consume too much power in order to deliver this. I got 180 watts consumption from the whole computer. This is a low profile video card, so in this case I will say, you know what, I'll take it because it does exactly what I want. Play the game and shows me that if you customize the settings, you're gonna get the right performance. Like I said at the beginning, this is because of that Nemes drivers. That's why it shows me a R7 360. Very interesting thing. I want to test in the future Nemes drivers with other video cards because it looks that is offering me the possibility of starting some very dodgy games with some old video card. I don't want to stress the video card, but sometimes it's actually good to see the limit on a video card like this. It's good for this video card to put older games because 100% sure that is the ideal situation. 2013 video card needs to be with 2013 games or even older. Because of the drivers, I managed to see today a couple of newish games theoretically with this, and it was yeah, butchering the video card. I'm not recommending that. I'm not recommending you to take this video card and play PUBG with it. I'm not recommending this video card for you to play Cyberpunk or Starfield with it, you know. But some older titles, apparently it's possible. One video card I recommended because it's a very good GPU to restore some computers. You know, if you find some small form factor computers, some very small computers, it's got the option. The size of the video card, one unit, allows you to be put in in any situation, and I think it's a very good video card to have as a spare. Keep saying that which one is the best low profile, but I'm getting there on having a couple of low profile video cards, and they are very good. They are getting better every single time. I think it's a good video card to have if it's very easy to acquire one. If it's got the right price, you need to get one and put it on the side just as backup. Or if you have an old computer that you want to restore, use something like this. Apparently it's doing a fantastic job. Can't say nothing bad about it because it done exactly what I want. And if you have any suggestion for this video card or for the system, leave a comment, smash that like button, and I will see you very soon.